Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's happening, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy Joel Awesome. We talking about the Blue-Eyed Samurai. I finished this. I don't have Netflix. I had to watch it on the. Anyway, I finished the Blue-Eyed Samurai. It was okay. It was okay. It started out strong. It started out really good, and it kind of tailed off towards the end and kind of plateaued. But it was still pretty good. I'm not going to do a review. I'm just going to go over Jeremy Jahns' review, see what he says, and I'll jump in if I agree, disagree, or if he's all right or crazy, whatever. Let's see what you guys say.
Wow. What a binge. So I'm undeniably late to this.
I did binge like the first
month
4 or 5
I've
episodes.
consistently seen a number of people suggest this show on Netflix, Blue-Eyed Samurai. Me being this late to the party, I imagine there's nothing I can add to the conversation about Blue-Eyed.
Boy, you ain't late. I'm later than you. All right? I'm later than you. I'm just on this stuff. It came out in 2023. It's 2026 right now. He dropped this 2 years ago. So you think you late, bro?
Samurai.
I'm late.
But by God, I just watched it and I want to talk about it. What is Blue-Eyed Samurai? Well, simply put, it's a revenge-fueled 8-episode bloodbath. And that's probably all I need to say. That's enough, right? You need to hear me talk about this anymore. I feel like that is the sales pitch, but I guess I still will. Why? Algorithm, baby. It's an animated series on Netflix. Takes place in 17th century feudal Japan. Japan at this time has adopted a very strict border policy. Only Japanese people allowed in Japan. But with any system, there are those who slip through the cracks. Thus, our protagonist, Mizu, is half white, half Japanese, has blue eyes, which she hides. And yes, that's...
Why can't she be half black? Huh?
She, not he. It's treated as a reveal at the end of the first episode, but the voice actor is clearly a woman. But I was like, so is Bart Simpson. So we'll see. Could just be a dude with a feminine voice. Turns out Mizu is a woman posing as...
Okay, they did a good job with that because the whole time I'm looking, I'm like, that's a girl, that's a woman. What are y'all talking about? So it was a woman. I guess everybody else can't fucking notice. But the way they animated it, that you know you knew it was a woman. I guess they wanted us to know, but they didn't want people to know.
It's a man in that Mulan kind of way.
But weird that we could tell.
Shouldn't get this out of the way right now before you go, you know what? Sounds exciting. The family and I will watch it this weekend. Stop video. The show is very graphic.
Yeah, spoilers. I'm assuming you've seen it. It's shit 3 years old.
Yes, also
spoilers.
Sex and nudity. A lot of graphics.
A lot of sex.
One could say debaucherous.
A lot of nudity.
There were a couple of scenes in particular where I was like, you had to, didn't you? You just did. But generally speaking, it's within context and character. With that out of the way, the animation in this show is absolutely gorgeous. Without losing the artistic nature
the animation was great.
Animation, there's a realism to the characters' movements, even eye movements. It was shocking. I wouldn't be surprised if they filmed this movie with motion capture or people and then did the art over it. The action sequences are fluid, they're smooth, they're well choreographed. This is where dark, gritty action.
The crazy thing is he's not lying, he's right. But if Netflix drops a new season, they'll probably downgrade the animation and pay somebody cheaper to do it worse.
Action-fueled stories lend themselves to animation. Because if this was live action, you would notice all the CGI green screen going down. All of it being animated just looks fucking incredible. Also, the side characters range from endearing to complex and engaging. There are truly unlikely parents.
I honestly like the side character more than I like the main character.
Allies she meets.
Yeah, him.
Voiced by Masaoka, who played Hiro Nakamura in the show Heroes.
Oh shit! I should have fucking caught on to that. Hiro Nakamura was one of my favorite characters. Heroes is a fire ass show. You haven't watched Heroes? It's old. Go watch it. There's 4 seasons. It's fire. There's a reborn Heroes. It was also fire, and they canceled it again. I don't know why, but this shit was fire. I didn't like him at first, but he grew on me very quickly. And he was Hiro Nakamura. I should have known.
Actually has that same lovable type energy in here. Who has no hands, which I really appreciate. A huge theme in this entire series is one of overcoming and growing past the hand you were dealt. Yes, that has to do with the faithful and noble companion who is very useful on the quest, who was born without hands. But also the blind sword maker who has no eyes. There's actually a conversation between the two of them where he was like, oh, you need hands to be a samurai, and the sword maker as he is forging a sword, says, and you need eyes to be a sword maker. The princess set to be married off, who refuses to have that be her life, which with her, at first I was like, all right, let's get back to the vengeance. But by the end, there's actually a really complex and fulfilling.
Honestly, with her, I liked her when she first came in, and then like the first episode, 2 episodes. After that, I did not care for the character. Just didn't.
Sorry. With her,
she was awesome in the first. Like,
trying to keep it vague because I don't want to. Not a play-by-play for the entire show. I'm just saying. Point is, the characters aren't defined by their seeming limitations or handicaps. Ringo isn't just the guy with no hands. He's her conscience, that Jiminy Cricket character, the good angel on her shoulder, telling her the paragon decision she should probably be making.
She's the devil on her own shoulder.
Just the blind guy. He's the wise warrior teacher. And Tigan isn't just the douche childhood bully. I would have been fine with that. I would have been cool if it was like, oh, this childhood bully, now in adulthood we meet again. Bully needs to be taught a lesson. But do you want fine or do you want great? This show knows the difference, and it goes, well, what if enemy becomes frenemy? And what if frenemy becomes one of the most complex characters with one of the most fulfilling arcs of growth in the entire series? And that brings us to our main character, Mizu. Out the gate, strong, badass, capable, confident, but also she's a very flawed human, which makes her relatable because aren't we all? But most importantly, not invincible. She's not invincible because there's an understanding here that part of the character's strength comes from how they react to losing. You don't have a character that ever gets knocked down. The audience will never know how they react to that. Thus, they will never know how strong the character actually is. Mm-hmm. Not to put too fine a point on the samurai sword analogy, but there was a samurai sword analogy I heard 20 years ago now from a pastor. He told me how in order to forge a sword, you have to heat it, beat it, smash it, fold it, cool it.
Are we still talking about swords? Are we still talking? Wait, hold on now, sir. we still talking about weaponry?
The character actually
Let's say it again.
Not to put too fine a point on the samurai sword analogy,
but
there was a samurai sword analogy I heard 20 years ago now from a pastor. He told me how in order to forge a sword, you have to heat it, beat it, smash it, fold it.
Heat it, beat it. Flip it, put it down, whip it, and reverse it. That's crazy.
Heat it, beat
That's
it.
crazy.
It's a very rough process on the steel. But by the end, what you have is a very strong sword. He said people are very much the same way. I
got all kinds of inappropriate jokes. Man, I need to grow up. I need to grow up.
It's not about being invincible or instantly great at everything. It's about being on your quest, and when you get your ass beat to an inch of your life, which she definitely does a few times in here, having the conviction and fortitude to continue the quest. Maybe you gotta heal up, but after you're healed up, you continue the quest. That's her. She does that. And she's fucking awesome. Blue Eye Samurai does a good job at illustrating that heartache is not weakness. Being beaten in a battle is not a weakness. It's an opportunity to get back up. And
it's an opportunity to get better. Yeah.
Is strength. You can be badass.
It's not a loss. It's a lesson.
In fact, the actual character flaw she has, which the show does address, is how hardened she has become for her quest. People aren't supposed to be this hardened. People aren't supposed to go on revenge quests like this and be this good at it. If we're talking Star Wars, this is the path to the dark side. Mizu is not the role model of the show. That's why we have Ringo.
Now, if they, I don't know if they're doing another season. 2023 is 2026. Are they going to drop a new one? It's been 3 years. They do, and they start pushing her towards the dark side. I don't have a problem with my hero headed towards the dark side and ending up as the villain in this story. Give me something interesting, man. Give me something new.
He's the role model. With that knowledge can come growth. All of these elements come together to make a character I found immensely compelling. Even her sword feels like a character. There's an interesting story as to how she got it, how it was forged. There's an absolute feeling of, she loses that sword, how can we go on? Which again comes from the love and understanding of the lore. That sword is supposed to be the soul of a samurai. It's supposed to feel like a part of her, and it absolutely does feel like a part of her. I will say at the very end, there was something unfulfilling about it. Hate to say it, because generally speaking, it's otherwise pretty fucking flawless. It's just a personal thing with me.
It's the cliffhanger, Brody. Spoiler alert, I'm guessing you've seen it. But at the end of the season, she found one of the white. She's looking for 4 white guys, right? Because she's half white. One of them is her father. She want to kill them all anyway. She killed one earlier. She finds, I guess, the final boss of the season, which is only one of the 2 left or one of the 3 that are left that are still alive. And she doesn't kill him. And she's like, oh, well, he's like, you need me because I know stuff. And yeah, that part was kind of like, you can't be the Punisher for 8 episodes and then want to be Spider-Man the last episode. That's just me. I'm like, nah, you was on straight kill, and now you like, oh, well, I got to do the right thing so I can get to, nah, man, kill that motherfucker. Either way, I don't know if they're going to do another season. It's been a while, but the cliffhanger is why I feel like he felt unfulfilled. Not that you can't fulfill people with a cliffhanger, but the whole point was her killing all the white dudes. And she only got 2, or she got 1. She killed 1 and captured the other, and there's 2 still out there.
I was like, we're either going to set up for season 2 or this is going to be fulfilling. We're going into season 2.
Setting up season 2.
Yeah, Blue Eye Samurai, incredible binge. Most enjoyable binge I've actually had in quite a while. I'm a night owl at about 2 a.m., I had to actively, consciously think, okay, I kind of want to save a couple episodes for tomorrow. I don't want to burn through the whole thing in a day. Watching a show entirely in...
I don't think I liked it as much as he liked it. I would say the first 4 episodes I definitely binged. I was very ready to watch the rest of it. 5 kind of slowed down. 6, I think that was the one with the flashback I did not like at all. It really slowed down for me. But the beginning is really what it's all about. And it starts unfolding. And I think that's when she kills the first white dude that she was killed hunting. And, it was at that point in time, I was like, okay. And it was like, there's more. And I was like, is it going to get better from here? And it kind of didn't. It didn't go down, but it kind of just plateaued. And to me, it didn't
we're having to make a conscious effort to save a little for tomorrow. Both are compliments in their own way. I consciously elected to save the last 2 episodes for the next day. And I mean that in the best way possible. Thank you for the suggestions in the comment sections. I do read your comments. 8 episodes on Netflix right now. Again, probably want to wait till the kids are asleep to watch it. There's a Blue Eye Samurai. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.
Good work, Jeremy Jahns. Like I said, I liked the show. I think it was good. I don't know if I liked it as much as he liked it. Like I said, I give about a 6.8. It was enjoyable to watch. Started out very strong. If I was just doing the beginning episodes, I'd give it like an 8. Like it started out fire. Those last 3 or 4, I'd probably give them like a 5. So it evens out to about 6.8. That's great math right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm